When I was a wee fetus, I used to watch the Disney Channel. Some of my favorites to come from that network were Kim Possible, Recess, American Dragon, and lastly, The Proud Family. Out of the four, I liked Recess the most. Thought it was the funniest, and it's pretty good on rewatch. But The Proud Family was pretty good too. They made a sequel recently called Louder and Prouder, and I don't really like The Proud Family show that much to check out the sequel. I didn't really hear anything about it until this little clip was flying around. And what's it about?
Slaves built this country.
Oh boy. As you can tell, some of these episodes are the equivalent of Fortnite removing cop cars from their game in order to combat police brutality. Oh wait, they actually did that. Louder and Prouder wants to tackle real-world issues, which is completely fine. My main problem with clips such as this
arrest our baby. Do something with your white privilege.
Is that the execution of the message is what falls flat on its face.
White man, use your white privilege to stop the police brutality. Ruth Conda forever.
It's corny shit like this that just makes people make fun of your cause because you don't know how to deliver the message. I would love to support your cause, but if you're gonna be fucking cringe, then I'm gonna make fun of you instead. Because I'm a big gaping asshole and I have nothing better to do. Alright, let's start the video.
This country was built on slavery, which means slaves built this country. Tilled this land from sea to sea to sea. First there was rice, tobacco, sugar cane. Then Whitney did his thing and cotton became king.
This whole scene is like a giant history lesson about slavery. And if this is supposed to be a kid's show, I highly doubt your targeted audience doesn't really give a shit. You can talk about racism without bringing up names that kids probably don't know or talking at a pace that kids probably can't keep up with.
Even though we remained America's slaves. Built this country. The descendants of slaves continue to build this. Slaves built this country.
Now, I guess this could be interpreted in two ways. Either slaves did all the work building America, or that we need to recognize that slaves contributed to the creation of this country, which we pretty much already do. So either this video is fucking pointless or it's just flat out wrong.
Every moment we spend submerged in the systemic prejudice, racism, and white supremacy.
I can just imagine a little kid watching this and being like,
"Oh, Bobby, who are those spooky ghosts?"
Based off what I've seen, the show's not that far off with how adult it was when it originally aired back in like the early 2000s. And I was like 8 when I watched it. So if I was 8 years old watching the sequel, I'd be so goddamn confused.
40 acres and a mule? We'll take the 40 acres, keep the mule. We made your families rich.
Hear that, guys? Penny Proud and Dijon Mustard help make you rich. You can thank them for making you money. Now I get the whole, you know, ancestors own slaves, so that money carries over. But what is with this we shit? Y'all motherfuckers didn't pick cotton, especially you. And not every white person today has slave owners from their ancestry. So even if you want to act like an extension of your ancestors, and this somehow correlates you directly giving me money, even if we're stretching it that far, again, no you fucking didn't.
Didn't they say Lincoln freed the slaves?
But slaves were men.
And women. And only we can free ourselves. Emancipation is not freedom.
Well, what the fuck? You were just saying that you wanted reparations, and now you're saying only black people can free themselves. You realize you're implying that you guys are the ones fucking yourselves over, and that whitey has nothing to do with it, which is the complete opposite of what I heard at the beginning of this video.
And we demand our 40 acres and a mule. Bump that!
Oh yeah, the kids are really gonna... Kids are really gonna start doing the bump that when fighting Yield Cracker.
Bump that! You can keep the mule.
Keep the 40.
We're taking our freedom.
Boo! Again, I have no problem with kid shows talking about such subjects. I remember Static Shock covering a similar issue, same with Teen Titans. Looking back, the message on racism from both of those shows still holds up because, well, first of all, at least they're consistent with their message. And secondly, they did this thing called show, don't tell. We don't hear about Richie's dad being racist, we see him being racist. And it's not this melodramatic, over-the-top bullshit, it's pretty grounded and realistic. The show was able to display why racism is stupid while also not making Richie's dad a complete caricature. Same thing with the Teen Titans example. Val Yor plays the racist dude in the episode, and he's not depicted as some sort of evil monster, but rather what you would imagine a superhero would look like. This of course symbolizes that even people that we look up to, people we see as heroes, people we admire, they have skeletons in their closet. I don't know about you, but I prefer that subtlety over...
Did you know that past presidents like George Washington were actually slave owners? Don't you feel bad now?
No.